Hello Amazon, what is up? Today I have a review on the SP500 from SNAPTAIN. This is a drone. I will have timestamps in the video for unboxing, review, and final thoughts. This is going to be a long video, so stay tuned. So here we have the SP500 box that the drone comes in. As you can see, it's labeled really well, and on the very front of the box it's going to tell you what's in it, and on the back it's going to have your warning labels. Not to fly unless you're of the age of 14 or older. It's also going to come with your barcode to scan it. And on the front it's going to tell you what it has: a 1080p camera, GPS mode, waypoints, point of orient, follow me, 1 key takeoff, return to home, AITTI mode, and so much more, guys. We're going to get into all these. So if you want, you can pause the video and find what you want to read, but I'm going to try to do my best to explain it in this video. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the unboxing of the SNAPTAIN SP500. Now this box is just going to slide up, and you're going to be presented with an all-white box. On the top there's going to be a carrying handle, and you're going to have a little piece of tape. The manual, I believe it's in English and Spanish and Chinese as well. So the nice thing about this box is fully foam padded, so your drone won't get damaged in the mail. The box is really nice, and I was impressed that it was styrofoam. It's going to really prevent... Oh, let's get into the manual really quick. My bad, guys, I'm jumping ahead. Here it is with detailed pictures of everything you're going to have, what's going to be in it, how to attach it, and as you can see, this is the Spanish side. Okay, now guys, let's get into the box. I was going to go for the drone first, but let's go to the controller first. Now everything is nice and snug and fit in this box because of the padding, so it's not going to be moved around easy. You're definitely going to need two hands to take everything out. I have a camera in front of my face when doing this, so it's kind of hard for me to work around the camera. But here's going to be your controller. It has a nice feel to it. I really like the design of this one. There's not a lot of buttons. It's pretty simple, and everything is labeled well. So on the bumpers, you're going to have your speed control. Now you're going to have two flights of speed. You're going to have mode 1 and mode 2. You're also going to have your camera take picture and long down for record. You're going to have your compass, on-off switch, headless mode, return to home, one flight takeoff, and your GPS. And this is where your phone is going to be held, and all those blue LEDs will be what's on when flying. So guys, that is the controller in a gist. And you're also going to have these nice, if you have bigger hands like me, these nice foldable, I wouldn't say joysticks, but hand holders. And the joysticks feel really nice, snap back in place good, and they are easy for maneuvering around the air. We'll take one last look at the controller. We'll put it off to the side for now. Getting back into the box, we'll go for the prop guards. Now the prop guards is going to come with prop guards, so if you're not an experienced drone flyer like me, you might want to put these in, especially if you're flying indoors. These are going to prevent the propellers from getting damaged, broken, just all that, caught up in stuff. So I'd really recommend putting those on if you aren't the best flyer. Now, this is going to be all of our chargers. It's going to come with a charger for each battery, which is really nice. And your controller is actually rechargeable, so your controller requires no extra batteries. And those two chargers for your controllers. Now the chargers with the big gray piece attached to them, those are going to be for your batteries. The small black one is going to be for your controller. Each charger is labeled with yellow tape saying what it goes on, and I'm going to have a close-up of that. But here are what charges your batteries, and just normal micro USB. And as you can see on this tape, it says these ones go into the battery, so don't get them confused. And I meant to pick up another one, but this is also your battery charger. And I think I mess up again for your battery. But like I said, guys, I'm doing this through a camera. But here is the one that plugs into your controller, and as you can see with the yellow tape, easy, simple, and it's labeled, so you won't get too confused. Now next we are going to get the extra props it comes with. And now these are going to be for your propellers. What's also going to come in here, which I forgot to get on video, is going to be your screws and your caps for the top of these propellers. These propellers are nice and they're fairly big. Each propeller is labeled for which side it goes on, A side and B side. So when you put these on, you don't put the B propellers on your A's and your A's on your B's, because then your flight would probably be wonky and totally off. As you can see, here's a close-up of the A's and B's. Getting in next to what comes in the box, we're going to have our two 10,000 milliamp batteries. Now these things are going to give you plenty enough flight time for what you're going to want to be experiencing with this drone, guys. It's going to give you, what I was getting is about 17 to 20 minutes flight time. And they charge in about 2 hours, which is nice. And your other battery is right here. The batteries charge right on the front. As you can see, that micro USB port right there. And they latch in as well. These are lithium ion batteries. And getting to the star of the show, the big boy, the drone itself. And as you can see, it comes with shrink wrap over the top so it doesn't get scratched when getting shipped to your house. And there she is. As you can see, I am 6'3" and I have pretty big hands, so this drone is actually nice size. It fits in the palm of my hand. You're gonna have your camera, your two LEDs, your indicator LEDs, which are those white things telling you which direction your drone is flying in, and you just snap those out. You're good to go. When it's snapped out, it's a lot bigger than my hand, obviously, but when it's folded up, it fits in the palm of my hand. Now let's get a recap of everything that we got. We got the drone itself, the two batteries, the controller, the manual, all the chargers. You should get 3, one for each battery and one for the controller. You're going to get your prop guards. You're going to get some extra props. And you're going to get your screws, screwdriver, and prop heads for everything. Now getting on to some close-up footage of this drone, you're going to have your 5G marked right there. Those two little things are your antenna for your video feed. Your two LEDs, these are going to be white bright LEDs so you can see it if you want to fly it at night. Or during the day it's more noticeable with those two white LEDs. On the top you're going to have your push to start button. No car reference. But yeah, one hold push. This is where your batteries are going to go. And on the side you got some nice branding of the SP500 with some cool little logo. And when your batteries are charging, it's going to be flashing green. Now guys, here's what you're going to want to do to connect your drone. You're going to want to go to your settings, connect it to the SNAPTAIN Wi-Fi, which is built onto your drone. Once you get that blue little check mark, you're going to want to go to the SNAPTAIN app, and it should automatically pick what drone you have, and you're going to want to click this start button. Once you do that, it's going to prompt you into the live feed. You're going to get down in your bottom left your GPS. It's going to have your perimeter set, so if you're on that beginner mode like I said earlier, you're going to want to take that off. And as you can see, you have to calibrate the drone. I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to refer back to the manual. You're going to want to horizontally spin the drone with the north, south, west, which is your compass first. Then you're going to want to spin it vertically. Once you do that, you're going to want to calibrate your gyro, and then you should be good to go. Then here's some video of me just flying the drone. As you can see, we are taking off super high, guys. There is a normal sized baseball field for you. Just flying up in the air. Really trying to explore. And like I said, guys, this has nice stabilization in it. So you're not going to get a lot of moving when you're up, even high in the sky where winds start to really take off. As you can see in the bottom right, it's going to have your controller battery and your drone battery. As you can see, I'm flying low. The really cool thing about this, I didn't know what was going on, is when your battery gets to a certain voltage, your drone will actually automatically return to home, which is super cool. At first I didn't know what was going on, and then I realized that the battery was low, so it was returning home and it automatically lands, which is so cool. So many features built into this. Guys, I couldn't even cover it unless I did like a 30-minute video. Here's just a basic gist of it, really. And as you can see, that green bar is going to tell you what's going on, and you can see it just said distance is limited. So it's not going to let me go far because I have that red parameter set up, so I can't fly it into like a tree or on the road. And it's also going to say where your return to home is, which is really cool. You have all sorts of functions with the built-in app. You have VR mode, built-in controller, your waypoints, your flight log, gesture controls, one key takeoff. It's all built into the controls as well. So if you don't want to use your controller, you can actually just use your phone as a controller. And here we go. Here are the onboard flight controls. As you can see, it's really responsive. I wasn't expecting it, but up, down, pan, and it's just cool. If you don't want to use your controller, you can use these. Green and red, solid green when it is done. Now here's some in-flight footage from the SD card itself of the drone. As you can see, I'm descending, and I'm not going to talk too much through this. This is sped up because I was descending from a really high altitude. You can just see that the video on here is way better than I expected. It's 1080p and it just looks awesome, and the distance on this is a lot farther than I thought. And as you can see, the speed, I believe I was flying in speed 2 on this, so speed 2 is really going to give you your just agility that you want when flying like a racing drone. Speed 1 is going to be great as well. But as you can see, I'm just flying around the park having some fun, trying not to get too close to a tree. But with this, I was really comfortable because this drone can auto stabilize itself, which I will show in a later video how it stabilizes itself. And I'm not using the controller at all. I put the controller actually down and it's filming. This drone is also going to be built in with some features for beginners. Radius mode you're going to want to turn off. And here's some cool video shots I got of my car, which I thought turned out really, really good. As you can see me squatting down, just doing some 360s over the car, some panning, and it just looks so cool. I was really happy with the way these shots came out. I wish I did a point of interest. Now here is one of my favorite shots I got of the drone, and I'm just flying it around. I'm going to have the actual audio for this included so you can hear how it sounds. And I'm just testing the flight. Like I said, guys, this is such a fun drone to fly. And it's just so fun. Now here's what I was talking about earlier when I fly without the controller. As you can see, my camera's pointing at the ground, and I get this nice 360 shot of the drone unmanned, just hovering perfectly. The winds were 7 miles per hour right here. You can't really tell, but this thing stayed perfectly still and is awesome.